everyone, welcome back to the third episode of LIS Talks. I'm Anu.
I'm Ellen, and today we have a special guest with us, Mr. Fysekis. He's a former football player, and now he works as a teacher in our school.
So, do you want to say anything before we start asking questions?
Thank you for the invitation, and not nice to meet you. I already know you. So.
Okay, so what clubs did you play for?
I played in Greece. I didn't have the chance to play abroad. It wasn't an easy era back then because my country is not a big power, let's say, in football. So it wasn't easy to go abroad. But I played mostly I played in second and third league. But I had a passage, let's say, in first league, which helped me to create a little bit my reputation, and then I could have more chances in a bit lower division.
Have you played football for a long time, or did you start as an adult?
I, like every kid, I started playing from academy from 12, 13 years old, but to be honest, I wasn't lucky enough to go directly to a big club, so I kept playing in amateur level until, let's say, 17, 18, which is pretty much late if you consider the average age in football. So my parents said, first you will go to university, so you will get a good school, and then perhaps if you have the chance to play somewhere professionally, you can. I said no, because there is not enough time, but they decide. So what happened is I went to university, and then luckily, because I was really serious playing football, but not exactly had a dream to play. I was just doing it as best as I could. And I had an offer from Ike in Athens, a very big club. I was playing in Champions League back then, so I just couldn't deny, right?
Of course. Is there any football player or a famous person in general that you look up to while you played football, or still do?
To be honest, I many times had to answer this question, specifically if you had an idol or something from... I never had, not even as a kid. I really liked players. I cannot say that I didn't have someone that I liked, but not idolize anybody. It was me, you know. I was trying to get the best from each one and try to apply it to me to become better. What I was... mostly I don't know, perhaps this came from my parents. I was mature enough in that age to really see things that they were important, like how humble you are. I had teammates like, let's say, Rivaldo, who was the captain of national team of Brazil. He won the World Cup. He was so quiet, so humble. These things I remember. Of course, he was a great player, but I'm not here to tell to anybody how great he was. Everybody knows, but not everybody knows how serious, how humble, how easy to approach was. So this is what I would say. I would answer to this question.
I also don't really idolize anybody. Like, sure, there's like people I think that are cool and stuff, but I don't think I've ever like, oh, I want to be exactly like them. Or no.
Yeah, but it's a correct approach. The word idol, to be honest. Okay, let me say something. It comes from Greek, right? Wow. So in Greek it's idolo, and we use it as like they used to. It was like a religion back in the times. What was an idol, but this has a negative meaning, at least as I get it. You know, I don't like it. So it's good that you don't do it. Of course, you have to see and respect everybody and get the best from it.
So how did you come to the road of being a teacher? Because it's a bit random.
I never left the classes, to be honest. I was at school. I was a very good student always. So it was always a fight in me, you know. Sports, school. It's not. Our system is not easy, you know. In Greece, I don't know how it was exactly in Portugal back then, but you cannot exactly combine both. It's not enough the time. We don't have schools that they will help you with sports, but. It's not like United States that they had to do, you know, you could have a scholarship or something. So it was always a fight. So I couldn't just give up school, and I thank my parents for this because they kept me, you know, in this road. And then it just happened. I was in university, continued with studies, with postgraduate studies, so I technically never left classes, you know. I'm a student for life. So now the only difference is that what I know, I just try to transmit. It's not that different. We have more teachers that you can ask, you know, that they will tell you the same thing, that they still feel students.
Yeah, I feel like everyone is like always like in the classroom in life because you always learn new things like day to day. Not only like educational wise, like school wise, but like I don't know, everything wise. You know?
It's how you approach life. If you approach like this seriously, you will have a good future at least. This is how I see it. If you believe that you know something and you're there, you stopped, I don't believe you will be that happy in your life. You know?
What was it like playing? And, like being in the football.
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah.
world?
As I told you, I was really young, first of all. Then it started the professional level, right? It was 20, 21 years ago that I started, right, to be professional. And I will be very honest. My professional years, I don't remember.
No?
Don't remember too much. I remember images, pictures. I cannot really.
Like moments?
Let's say, yeah, moments. You take a kid from a village without agent, without sports background in the family, out of nowhere, and you put them to a professional environment. I was lost, you know. I was trying to find how I can pass through this and succeed. Not easy. So your days pass very fast. You're focused. You so much information, so much input that just the time flies. So I don't remember so many things. I remember when I talk and I try to bring back memories, and then let's say I make the story again. So as I told you, I remember just moments, images, pictures like this. But I have something positive, a good sense, because it helped me grow much earlier. You know, I became more mature, more responsible.
What is like your favorite moment, like that you can remember?
Well, I will tell you, but this very few people know. I tried, when I was playing in academy, let's say 15, 16, I had a couple of offers. I never learned about it, to be honest. My parents kept it secret. And I understand the risk, and I appreciate years after what they did. The point is that other 2 or 3 situations, I got another invitation somewhere close to go and have a test, let's say. And they wanted pretty much to pay in order to sign, to bribe, let's say, which is something bad. That happens.
Oh.
And there was a family dinner just to tell me that, you know what, just leave it. It doesn't worth it, you know? So I don't know, but I said, no, I'm gonna try in my own way. So when eventually, as I told you, in a very serious, clean way, let's say, without all these background, in other ways that they're not that correct, I had the offer and I signed. I just went back home. I said to my parents, you get up. They got up and I just hugged them. I was crying, seriously, because it just happened, you know. And it happened because I never stopped to believe, you know, but not exactly dreaming. I was confident that, you know, it will come. This is it. This is what I remember from football. Do you like it? Yeah. It's not a moment in the field exactly.
No.
There were good moments. There's some victories. It's not the thing that will stay after. No.
I mean, do you prefer teaching, or do you prefer, in the environment? Do you feel more comfortable teaching or playing football, in a team?
I'm gonna be honest again. My passion is to learn. Seriously, I cannot stop. Sometimes it's a blessing and a curse. I cannot stop. I feel tired sometimes, but I will see something. So I feel very well. I believe I am where I should be.
Oh, that's good.
How did you decide to leave football?
There is, as I told you, I wasn't a superstar, okay? And you have to understand what you should do for your life. You cannot play football forever. I was earning money enough for the age that I had, but not money enough to live for an entire life after. So if until 35 you don't have enough that they will help you survive another 35 years with family and all the rest, you have to think about it. So when I was around 29, 30, I still had my studies, and I had to take a decision. It was, let's say, 51, 49. and I decided for 51% to stop and really focus on something that could help me, and I could use it and as a tool or as a job, or call it as you want, for life, because football it would be up until one point. I didn't want to continue until 35 or 40, and then now what? Now what?
Yeah.
It's not easy, You're young, but you're close enough to start thinking about everything.
Yeah, obviously. Do you still speak to any of your old teammates?
Yeah, of course. Not too many, because there are friendships that they are not exactly true, but they're more colleagues, let's say. We cannot all get along well, of course, but I have, let's say, few that I can still talk, and it's nice, because we share different backgrounds. They are not exactly in sciences or in teaching, so it's nice. We have different things to talk.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I've said a lot and have some more than what I usually say, but you took advantage. I'm around here, right?
Let's see. What was your favorite team to play for?
Look, the biggest club, as I told you, in terms of fame, and this it was like Athens, but the team that I really played and I really was connected, except the team that I started, let's say, my path, which was a team where my university was, so I was combining both, and it's different. That team wasn't exactly professional, was like a family. But the team in professional level, that it was a team from my hometown, which the city is called Thessaloniki, the team called Aris. It's also the Aris is the war of the god of war. So that's why it's Aris Thessaloniki. He's in first league. He's still in first league, a good team. But that team was, because I don't know, I was exactly the age that I should to appreciate and just give my maximum.
That's good,
Yeah. So.
Is there anything else you'd like to add before we end this?
I don't know if I want to add. I think it is exactly what we should say about sports, because this is what, after all this path, the course that you have in sports, pretty much is this what it stays. Nobody remembers. Let's say if you name a famous player that he was a famous player 2 years ago, but he just quit, try to remember, except the 2-3 superstars, let's say it would be Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi or something. Let's say another big name that he quit 2 years ago. For example, who that you would be close to your age? I don't know. Even.
I don't know.
For example, there was a striker everybody knows, and even my friend Pavlidis named him. This Suarez. It was a very big name playing for Liverpool. He quit it. If he quit it, he's still playing somewhere, but nobody remembers him. And he was a superstar. It's not the fame. It's not all this that nobody will remember you, because the next wonder kid, the next famous player is coming behind you. No, it's not forever. So what you do, just do it well, and how your relations will be with the rest, this is what will stay. To remember you, Casillas said this, the goalkeeper of Porto. He said, I don't want to remember me as a good goalkeeper, but as a good person. So this is a good sentence to close.
I play volleyball, right? But I don't think I'd go professionally, because the most popular volleyball players are the ones that are insanely good and can do amazing things out of the blue, like saving a ball that's almost to the floor or something like that. But I don't think I'd go professionally, because then they're just forgotten. After one match, they do something good, and then the next match they don't play, or they play average. People just forget about them, and that's why I think some volleyball players that people still remember is because they're a good person and not because of how they played. Which that's probably why not. I wouldn't go professionally.
Yeah, look, you can try, and it would be nice to try, but always to have a plan B.
Yeah, exactly.
This is it, because you never know what happens. This is what kids should do. Yes, they can try. I'm not saying no. You never know if football or volleyball will give you what you need for your life, but always with plan B. This is it.
I think that's all we have for today.
So that was Pitches from Pitches to Classrooms. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, please share with your dog. I still haven't seen you guys share with a dog. And if your dog can also play football, just send us a message and we'll probably interview them too. I'm Manu.
I'm Ellen, and this is us signing off. We'll see you guys next episode. Bye-bye.